Hey everyone, welcome back to Just Another Messenger. Today, we're diving into the world of social media manipulation, and believe it or not, the techniques behind it aren't new. They go all the way back to the early 20th century, thanks to one man, Edward Bernays, often known as the father of public relations. He crafted a set of principles on mass manipulation and propaganda that still impact us today, particularly through social media. So, let's explore how Bernays' ideas laid the groundwork for the powerful, persuasive force we experience daily on platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So, let's start with a quick history lesson. Edward Bernays was Sigmund Freud's nephew, and he was deeply inspired by his uncle's work on human psychology. He believed that people's actions and beliefs could be shaped by appealing to their subconscious emotions rather than their rational minds. Bernays used these ideas in public relations, crafting campaigns that made people buy products or support causes without really understanding the forces influencing them. He worked for companies, governments, and even wartime propaganda campaigns to shape public opinion on a massive scale. In other words, he was the original master of spin. Fast forward to today, and we see that Bernays' techniques are everywhere on social media, just in a far more powerful form. His principles of manipulation, appealing to emotions, using influential figures, and engineering consent have been adopted by social media platforms and advertisers to shape our opinions, behaviors, and even our values. Let's break this down. First up is appealing to emotions. Bernays believed that we're more likely to be persuaded by content that taps into our feelings rather than pure logic. Sound familiar? Social media platforms use algorithms to track what kind of content grabs our attention, then flood our feeds with posts that provoke emotions, whether it's excitement, anger, or fear. This keeps us engaged and scrolling while subtly shaping how we see the world. Segment 3. The power of influencers. Now, one of Bernays' favorite strategies was to leverage what he called third-party authorities. He realized that people are more likely to be influenced by someone they trust or admire. Today, we'd call these people influencers. Social media influencers promote products, lifestyles, and even ideologies, acting as trusted figures in people's lives. Just as Bernays once used doctors to convince people that bacon and eggs were the healthiest breakfast, modern influencers can shape trends and opinions, often without their followers even realizing they're being marketed to. Segment 4. Engineering consent and the algorithm. Perhaps Bernays' most influential idea was what he called engineering consent. He believed that if people are presented with curated information, they'll come to believe or accept almost anything, often without questioning it. Social media algorithms take this concept to new heights. They analyze our preferences and serve us content that reinforces our beliefs, creating echo chambers that shape our worldview. Political campaigns, brands, and interest groups now use these algorithms to influence our opinions and behaviors, often without us even realizing it. The result? We're constantly fed tailored content that aligns with our existing beliefs and biases. Over time, this engineering consent through social media leads to a more polarized society and can even change societal norms. Segment 5. The consequences of Bernays' influence on social media. So, what's the big takeaway here? Bernays' manipulation techniques, amplified by social media's reach and power, have had some profound effects on society. From political polarization and the spread of misinformation to the rise in social comparison and mental health issues, the way social media uses these techniques has some serious consequences. We live in a time when it's easier than ever to be influenced, and more difficult than ever to recognize it happening. Bernays once said, "We are governed, our minds are molded, our tastes formed, largely by men we have never heard of. Today, those men might just be the algorithms that shape our feeds." Conclusion. So what can we do? The first step is awareness. By understanding the psychology and history behind these techniques, we're better equipped to recognize them in action. Question what you see online, diversify your sources, and think critically about who might be benefiting from the messages you receive. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the fascinating and sometimes unsettling forces that shape our world. See you in the next video.